doing some rest in peace shirts, and we're using inkjet transfers. If you didn't see the last video where we talked about our best recommended inkjet transfers that we use, which is the 3G jet opaque. Okay, this is what we use for dark garment, because today we're using dark garments. And the other one that we use for the light garment is the Jet Pro. They're both the same company, just different type, light and dark. All right, so we're gonna be doing the full process here. We already got the artwork set up on the computer here. We're gonna show you guys how to load the paper into your printer, and the printer we'll be using today is right here, our Office Jet 8710. Okay, let me know how the audio sound. We're actually using the Boya mic here, this Leviette mic here. Okay, we just wanted to upgrade our sound a little bit, so we ordered this mic that had great reviews. I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you actually want to try this mic out. Okay, let me know in the comment how it sounds, and if you're looking to make your sound better in your videos, I'm gonna link this thing down below. Okay, so we're gonna be using our printer here, Inkjet. All right, I already got the artwork set up on here. I'm actually waiting for the customer to confirm it before we get printing. We're gonna be printing on these pink garments. All right, so we have these pink shirts here that we're gonna be using today to print our inkjet transfers. All right, okay, so right now we're sitting here, you can see the computer screen. This is going to be the front over here with the text, and then the back of the one shirt. A whole bunch of them are going to have, each shirt is going to have a different picture on the back, and every shirt is going to have that on the front. So what we do when you're doing with the dark garment, you want to remember that paper does not, that image does not have to get mirrored, okay? Because of the way it's loaded in and how it goes onto the garment, you don't have to mirror it. But if you are using for light garment, that paper, you have to mirror the image. So over here we will not be mirroring the image, so just how you see it is how it's going to print out. And yeah, so right now we're going to set it up, send it right to the printer after we load up the paper. Sorry if the camera just keeps trying to focus. Like I said, I'm just in the startup stage with this thing, so I'm actually recording all my videos on mobile. I'm recording on my tablet, so I apologize for the bad lighting and everything that's not pleasing right now. Just leave a comment down below if you need me to clarify anything else. All right, so we're gonna switch up to the printer. You're gonna watch me load up the paper, and we'll go from there. Remember, everything that we're using in this video is actually going to be linked down below. All right, I appreciate it if you can hit the link if you want to purchase it, help the channel out, give us a couple cents, some type of commission or whatever we'll get. I appreciate that if you can use the link down below. Okay, because we're trying to grow this thing. The more you guys use the links down below, then we can get better equipment to upgrade our videos. All right, that's enough for that. I'm about to switch over here to the printer. All right, so right now we're over here at our printer, and our printer, as you can see, is the HP Office Jet Pro. All right, trying to get it in focus here. I apologize again, but yeah, so we have our paper down here. I have some loaded up already, and the key with this paper here, you want to make sure when you're loading this in, the text side is facing up. There's a side there's no text, and then there's one side that has text. So you want to make sure the text side, where it actually has the name of the paper, is facing up. Because if you do it the opposite way, that actually I guess you have to test it first and see how your printer feeds. My printer feeds out this way, like the paper actually goes in and it prints on the right side. So if you test out your printer based on what type of printer you're using, you just figure out how it actually feeds through the printer. All right, and that's how you figure out how to load this thing in. But every time I've ever load it, even when I was using the Epson, this is how I always load it. So then you just close this thing up, and then you might get a message here to tell you to say okay to the paper. You just hit okay there, and yeah, so that's that. We're gonna send it over, and we're gonna get the printing. So you see it just printed out. The one thing I forgot to do was to go to borderless. Because you want this to be borderless. You don't want this white mark around your image here. So I'm gonna reprint this, right? Because we actually don't want it to be borderless. And it looks like we might have to change the color on the top font there because it's blending in with the background a little bit. So we're gonna redo that and see what happens. So as you can see, I was able to get it figured out. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I didn't change the color. What I did, I blocked out the background there, just put like a square in Illustrator. I'm using Illustrator, by the way. So I put a square on the design there and just like use the same, fill it in with the same color as the original background. So it was able to overlay. Alright, so the rest of them are printing right now. What we're going to do here, the next step with this, you have to peel out this backing. So there's a backing here. This paper is a backing. You have to peel it. So what I usually do is just pinch it a little bit. Just get a pinch there. So now you get two pieces. You just peeled off the actual design, peel that off, and this becomes trash. And then your design is what you're going to use to print onto the shirt. All right. Make sure there's no paper left in the back here. Like I got a little bit of paper here. I'm going to get this out. Do what you got to do to get it out. It's paper, so sometimes you can just wet it to get it off of there. And if you haven't seen the video where we talk about this paper here, where we recommend as the best inkjet paper out there, I'll link the video right here. Go and check it out. And yeah, everything else that we're using in this video is going to be tied down in the description below, so check it out. All right, if you want to get from there. Again, sorry for the bad lighting. The light that I was using is actually super hot, so I turned it off. And yeah, so maybe we'll be getting some lighting soon. Alright, so we got that. This one here, we're actually not gonna use it because we can't really read the text there. And then we got the back to this. Heat press is heating up right now. Heat press is heated for 350. I actually turned it up 10 degrees higher because I don't have the recommended industry standard press. All right, and it's going to press for 30 seconds. All right, so we got all our design printed out. We're going to go ahead and print them out, and we're over here at the heat press right now. So when you order your paper, they come with these, I guess they call it parchment papers. They come with like a special cover sheet for the inkjet. All right, so when you put your shirts down, you want to make sure you always cover it with one of these. If you use a Teflon paper, it's gonna stick to it. All right. So we're gonna knock out all the fronts here. Load up your garment just like you would do with anything else, making sure the neck is off the press. You have no wrinkles. Give you a little pre-press there. I'm gonna turn this down because my pressure looks a little high. Yep. Okay. All right, so our design is here. We already peeled it away from the other paper. We found our center marks here. So you want to do the same thing here. Find your center marks. This thing, once it gets on the heat, there's not much movement you can do to it without it crumbling up. So you want to make sure you're kind of accurate and on point with where you place it at. Put the thing down, and again you take your paper. It fits right over the design. It's the same size. All right, that's all you need. You don't need a cover sheet or anything like that. All right, make sure we're in the right spot. Got about 4 fingers down, and we're gonna press this thing. Okay, so that's pressing there. While that's pressing, if you have the other ones that were not separated from the backing, you do that right now. While that's doing, it takes 30 seconds to actually cook down there. All right, so we have about 10 of these to do. It's the same process for all of them. So right when we do this one here, then we'll cut the video out. I mean, I'm not going to keep y'all to the whole for all 9 of them. Okay, so at this point right now, it's also a cold peel. So you're going to take this off to the press, off your press here, put it somewhere, let it cool down. All right, because it's a cold peel. Let it cool down, and then yeah, come back to it. So this one is nice and cool right now. At this point, we're just gonna peel this paper off, and that's it. Like, the shirt is done. I mean, got a nice shirt here, nice and ready for you. Okay, so that's it for this video, man. I'm not gonna bore y'all through the rest of the other 10 of them, other 9. So this is the same process for all of them. Remember, links to everything that was used in this video is down in the description. We appreciate it if you can use the links there, get a little commission here, so we can upgrade the channel here. All right, until next time, if you like this video, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below. Let me know how your shirt came out when you use this inkjet paper. Okay, until next time, don't sit down, do something. All right, peace.